Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Why is Shiva the God of All Gods? Sadhguru and Mercury and Cobra Venom. Mercury and Cobra Venom. It's actually something he used when he did the, I can't remember, the Linga? Is it the Linga? No, it's not the Linga. It was the, anyways, it was one of the videos which he drank a little bit of venom and milk, and he also poured it on this egg. I called it an egg at the time, but it was a Shivling. That's what it was called, and it was made out of mercury. But yeah, anyways, so why is Shiva the god of all gods? I don't know. I know there was, I believe, Vishnu, Shiva are the top two, and then Brahma. I'm sorry, Brahma. Yeah, Brahma is actually many gods because each Brahma is the god of a universe, where Shiva and Vishnu are only one and only ever one, and they are interdimensional, I guess, or they exist in all universe, where Brahma does not. I believe they exist within their own universes. Anyways, let's go get started.
Because there hasn't been another one like him. With his capabilities, with his knowing, with his perception, it's been the highest that humanity has hit. Maybe we can't take pride in it, because maybe he was not human. Not maybe, he was not. When Parvati insisted that she must marry him, or Sati insisted that he has to marry him, and he said, okay. Then the wedding was set up, all the guests came, people gathered, dressed to their wedding best, big celebration. Then the groom came, like that. And he was inebriated. And he had friends who were like, you saw them. He had really freaky friends who didn't even look human, and they were not. They were not human, and they were not interested in pretending to be human. So they just came, all of them inebriated, making cacophonic noises of their own, speaking in a language that nobody could understand, making loud noises. They came. They were almost about to pass the wedding and go on because they don't even know where they're going. The mother of the bride, Meena, saw him and she said, am I giving my daughter to this man? She just looked at him and she fainted. If you can make your mother-in-law faint, you gotta be something. You gotta be really something if you have to make your mother-in-law faint. So he's like that. For the wedding, because when people pleaded and the bride pleaded, please, for my sake, get civilized, look better. then he transformed himself into an absolutely handsome man, so well dressed. That form of him is known as the Sundaramurti. He became a fabulous man, absolutely handsome and civilized, just for the wedding. Because you're not going to get married to him, so he's okay. We don't have to make him beautiful, he's okay like this.
Sadhguru, you drank cobra's venom with milk. Why?
It's venom, it's not poison. You need to understand that. Venom affects you only when it gets into your bloodstream, not necessarily in your stomach. But invariably, there will be some opening somewhere, some small cut, some small ulcer, something, it will enter, it has. Because my eyelids are a little droopy, otherwise I'm okay. So whatever I offer to him, how do I offer to him without me taking it on? Venom worked out very well for me a long time ago. Well, it took my life away, but it gave me something more precious than life. So venom did not work against me, venom worked for me, and it's continued to work for me. So, there are various aspects to it. My only concern is, if I speak about this, people will understand it in bits and pieces and take those bits and pieces and they may get bitten. Venom in small doses is very intoxicating. Too much of anything kills you. Even oxygen kills you, do you know this? Pongal can kill you. Too much pongal can kill you, believe me. Yes, it does. Probably pongal kills more people than cobra's venom. Yes, it does. Blood gets a little thick. Right now, if I try to climb a mountain, I may have a heart attack because blood is a little thicker than what it should be. But it makes the system so vibrant. Above all, I didn't want to offer it to him unless I'm willing to take it too. So, this… he likes it. He drinks it up. Solidified mercury takes in only 3 substances. Actually, we could experiment, but I don't want to do such things. With another piece of mercury, we could try this, you can see this actually. It will take in gold, it will take in silver, and it will take only cobra's venom. You give it some other venom, he won't take it. He's very choosy about it. He wants only that. These are only 3 substances that he will eat, nothing else he will touch. So that's not without reason, there is good reason for that. If you're made in a certain way, energy-wise, if you are in a certain way, if you're vibrant beyond a point, then the cobra's venom works in a completely different way on the system. You might have heard, traditionally, particularly in Tamil Nadu, some of the siddhas use this. If somebody is poisoned, then they will take many bites from the cobra and they will recover. Have you heard of this? particularly in South. And one famous case in history is Bhima. Bhima was poisoned and then he was put in a river where snakes bit him repeatedly and he recovered from the poison that he had eaten. It can do many things to you. The reason why the symbolism of the snake, the raised hood upon Shiva's head, worn as an ornament. Shiva is generally described as Trinetra, that means one whose third eye has opened, which essentially means that he has reached the peak of perception. Everything that can be perceived is perceived by him. He is using snake as a symbolism to, in a way, the statement is that he is as perceptive as a snake. What is so perceptive about a snake? A snake in, let's say, Velangiri Mountains, knows more about the spiritual sciences than any of you for sure, than any spiritual book that you can read on the planet. He knows more about it. Not intellectually, energy-wise. Everything that's happened in this region, phenomenal things have happened in this region. If you want to know the science of, let's say, creating Dhyana Linga, they know energy-wise, not intellectually. If you can feel energy-wise and then being human, you can translate it into intellect. If you experience something, you are able to intellectualize and then articulate to whatever extent possible. That is essentially a human quality. But he simply knows it, energy-wise, by experience. If you have the necessary thing to just observe him, he will literally tell you almost anything that's happening upon this planet by the simple change in his behavior and how he handles himself. A snake is a very perceptive animal. You cannot call it an animal because it's above Shiva, not at his feet. He places it above himself, saying, "It is as good as me, right here. As good as me, not here." I could do wonderful things with snake venom to people. But today's world, if I attempt anything like that, even if the news spreads, if I gave you a drop of venom and even if you felt wonderful, and even if the meter said you're feeling great, no, this could mean it could be, according to the Criminal Procedure Code, it could be a crime. So we are living in a certain kind of world where there's no room for profoundness. Sometimes I wonder, why the hell am I still around?
It's kind of weird. No, I know I haven't said very much. He's speaking a lot. I have really nothing to say, but I can't remember if I said this in the original video, which I'll say after this is over with. Is it illegal? Now, mind you, I understand. I think in the United States, I don't think it's necessarily illegal. However, states are different. I think for the most part, or just snake handlers in general that are venomous snakes. I think a lot of some of the handlers do drink the venom of the snake so that they can get an immunity to it. And also being bitten by the snakes, they tend to develop an immunity to it. It's not to say they're immune necessarily, but is that they have a resistance to it, so that they have maybe a longer time before the venom, takes over. But is it illegal? I guess in India. I can kind of understand it, but at the same time, so long as you're not doing it to someone who, especially unwillingly, or if you just, you create the product or you tell someone how to do it, I mean, that could be questionable. I can understand that, but I guess maybe United States is a little bit crazy sometimes. But then again, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily illegal to drink venom, considering the fact that you can in fact drink venom and you'll just get stomach aches. So long as it doesn't get in your bloodstream, it's perfectly not harmless completely, but just I don't think your stomach will be able to some people's stomach won't be able to handle it, and some, if just a very little amount, probably won't do anything. Again, so long as you don't have any cuts, so long as it doesn't get into your bloodstream.
Because there's no room for profaneness. There's simply… the more profane you are, the better you are in this world today. That's how it is. Just about everything. When people can even pride themselves that they have no attention span, and they're very proud of it. They have a short attention span, and they're very proud of it. I can't believe what's happening to humanity. I'm from another time, unfit in this world probably. 9 types of poisons, they're mixed and made it into medicine in this land. You heard of Navapashanam? Mercury, which just about anywhere in the world people fear it as poison. It is a main ingredient of the Siddha medicine in South India. So what is poison and what is the elixir of life? Simply depends on who you are. And Shiva has always been known as the Nilakanta. That means a poisoned throat. So if you have a cobra hanging around your throat, you who wear a cobra as an ornament, you're bound to have your throat bitten often enough to turn blue. There isn't another man. There has never been another man with the capabilities and the knowing that this man was. There hasn't been one till then, since then. Everybody whom you worship in this land, if you're a Rama worshipper, if you're a Krishna worshipper, whoever, all of them worship Shiva. I'm not trying to set superiority, inferiority business, Vaishnavas and Shaivas fighting. I'm not talking about them. I'm saying right through history, just everybody that you held as a divine being, all of them. Krishna never started his day without his doing morning Shiva Puja, every day. Even on the day of the war, he was doing it. Particularly, Mahabharata mentions it, that even when the battle was on, even those 18 days, all others were busy, worried about what's going to happen today. But he did his morning Shiva Puja before he stepped out. In his own life, he was seen as a god, nothing less than that. Even he, because there hasn't been another one like him. With his capabilities, with his knowing, with his perception, it's been the highest that humanity has hit. Maybe we can't take pride in it, because maybe he was not human. Not maybe, he was not.
Okay. I'm still a little bit lost. I don't know why is Shiva the god of all gods? So it looks like they took this video out of Sadhguru's video, where he was doing the Shiva Linga, or Shivling, I believe he called it that as well. So yeah, this is just a snippet of that entire video, which I highly recommend everyone to go watch. If you're watching this, go to, I don't know, I'm sorry. I'll try, if I find the link of it, I'll put it in the description. It's truly something that you should watch in completion. It's really nice. Something that I would love to experience. I may not participate necessarily in it, but just to be there and just to watch it happen would be good enough for me. So yeah, this was just a snippet out of that longer clip. I don't think this video answered that question necessarily, although he did say that Rama and Krishna worshipped Shiva. Like I believe every morning, or they worshipped Shiva. But again, I must have missed it. And as a matter of fact, again, this has been taken out of that longer clip, which I highly suggest people to go watch. I'll hopefully have it in the description, which shows the entire event. It was really amazing. Absolutely love that. And it makes, actually, I was thinking as I was watching this, like, this looks like that video, just a snippet version of it. And I was wondering if he's ever done one in the U.S., especially in his place in Tennessee, the state of Tennessee. It's between Chattanooga and Memphis, I believe. I've looked up the place. I do want to go there for sure. But with the price of everything going up, it's not going to be, at least not this year. And I do have a 360 camera, so I want to go and record everything and hopefully show you guys just full 360 view of everything. That'd be fantastic. So I know, you know, traveling is not exactly cheap. So I don't know if they actually posted a video of the just walk around of the place. I mean, I don't know how much I can record, but I'll record as much as I can for sure and share that. But yeah, again, to me, I don't know the answer to questions unless them stating that Rama and Krishna worship Shiva, making Shiva the god of all gods. But there's also Vishnu, I believe. Again, I can't quite remember. I think it is Vishnu and Shiva as being the greater gods. Then there's Brahma, which is the god of the universes, of the single universe, but there are many different versions of him. And each of them control their own universe. As a matter of fact, the story that I remember was the one that Shiva cut off the 5th head of Brahma because of his creation of suffering. And Shiva was wondering, why did you create this? How terrible is this? And amazingly, Brahma taught Shiva something about how the fact that they had free will, free choice to live their life as they choose. It's not that I created suffering, it's that I created choice, and this is their choosing, which was, again, honestly remarkable story. And this is the things that I do love about mythology in terms of like even the Roman and Greek gods, because generally speaking, stories have lessons to be learned. You think of these powerful deities as perfect or indestructible, yet you learn very strong lessons from them, which is the things that I absolutely love. It's the lessons. So anyway, that is my reaction, which very lack thereof, of why Shiva the god of all gods. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.